Carmine Hanover loved cheap hotels. They made her feel dirty and sensual. She perched on the narrow double bed and ran her fingers over the stiff white sheets. The scent of dust and mothballs wafted in the air. In the poky bathroom, a leaky faucet dripped. Her parents would cringe with disgust at the Barnett Inn. That's why Carmine had selected the hotel for her romantic rendezvous. Her parents' disapproval also motivated her choice of lovers. With each passionate encounter, Carmine gave her parents the finger. "Take that, you stuck-up bastards. You don't control me. Not anymore." She dropped her tote bag on the bedside table. The Kate Spade cost 10 times what she'd paid for the room, but only half the nightly rate at her parents' hotels. Carmine always paid in cash, and the hotel manager never asked questions. He understood the needs of his clientele. Nobody checked into the Barnett Inn to be recognized. Carmine flopped on the bed. She pressed her back to the hard mattress and ran her palms along the curve of her thighs. The light fixture on the ceiling had collected dust and dead flies. A damp stain snaked around the light. The shape resembled a giant python that had swallowed a small deer. But the foreboding image didn't dampen her spirits. Tonight was going to be magical. This lover was special. Their relationship wedded pleasure with business. Together, they'd change the world, and her parents wouldn't know what hit them. A knock on the door launched Carmine to her feet. Her lover had arrived early for a change. She touched her hair, a final act of preening before their reunion. But when she opened the door, her excitement faded. The man with the ill-fitting uniform and folded white towels was not her lover. Carmine had never encountered the cleaning staff of the hotel, and she'd assumed the Barnett Inn didn't employ bellhops. "Your towels, ma'am." The black strap of a duffel bag dug into his shoulder. The incongruous detail ignited a warning light in a primal corner of her mind, but her annoyance at the intrusion extinguished the internal danger signal. "I didn't order towels." He smiled earnestly, and her skin crawled. "I have to put these in the bathroom." Her senses heightened, and her heart rate accelerated. Something about the bellhop had activated her fight-or-flight response. He seemed harmless enough. The bellhop was average in every way: hair, height, and build. The invisible sort of man she'd never give a second glance or remember meeting. Thanks to years of martial arts classes, Carmine never feared for her safety. She could floor this guy without breaking a sweat. Why was she overreacting? Letting him in might be the quickest way to get rid of him. Carmine stepped aside. "Make it snappy." The man entered, swung the door shut behind him, and dropped the towels. "Scream and you're dead. Do as I say and nobody gets hurt." Carmine blinked at the handgun he aimed at her chest. She knew better than to resist. A brown belt in karate offered no protection against bullets. He issued a series of terse commands, and she obeyed. Within seconds, she lay on her back, her wrists and ankles bound to the bedposts with zip ties. Her heart thumped, but still she didn't fear for her life. The petty criminal must have spotted her expensive bag and followed her to the room. Let him take what he wants and go. He didn't seem interested in rape or kidnapping. He didn't know who she was, and thank God for that. She'd be more discreet in the future. He stood over her, a silver roll of duct tape in his hand. "Hold still. I need you to keep quiet so I can get away." Carmine nodded and let him tape her mouth shut. The ordeal was almost over. Her lover would arrive soon and release her. They wouldn't report the crime to the police. The incident would expose their relationship and compromise their shared goals. No matter. Carmine was a confident and independent young woman. Soon she'd look back.